Welcome to StonesCast 80, sponsored by Roll Feast, not only the enablers of podcasts, but the enablers of all things estate agentry. Welcome tonight. Joining me, and I'll go round the clock as I can see them. Alex Kilroy.
Good evening.
Jez Albert.
Good evening.
Mr. Reader, Dave Reader, coach leader.
While you can still hear me, not going to hear you. Good evening. That's what you promised you.
Okay. Well, you've got competition because I've got Riv on as well, who's hopefully going to stay for the whole cast this time.
I should be fine tonight. Hello, everyone.
He's got a picture of Justin Fashanu behind him, hasn't he?
Not just fashion.
It's a good start. Right. Okay. Start. Okay. So welcome all. I guess we've had a preview from a cast a week or so ago. So I guess we should have a quick run through our pre-season. Who's been at the games? Jez, I know you've been at a few. Who's been at all of the games apart from me?
Not all.
I've been to everyone bar Northwood.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to everyone except the one where Shauna Darkwa scored 4 goals, which I'm quite furious about.
I saw that one.
Yeah. I believe I missed it, to be honest.
We were there when Sean scored 4. We were there when Sean scored 4.
Not listening.
So we won't go through them in detail. You can't analyse a pre-season friendly, especially the early ones when you don't know half who the players are, even if they have subsequently signed or disappeared back into the world of A try list, B try list, C try list. Was anyone else apart from me at Northwood?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Did you have an ice cream? Who had an ice cream?
Well, I had an ice cream.
Yeah, okay. That was the best thing about Northwood, apart from the 4-1 win, was the ice cream van.
Yeah.
Northwood away obviously was a start, and it was mixed teams, 2 halves, lots of trialists, as we know. Moved on to our first home one, MK Dons, 2-0. Anyone want to add anything to that?
I was quite impressed. I thought we played quite well. In all the games I've seen, I've been, I'm going in reasonably positive for the start of the season, to be honest with you.
As am I, really. I think we've looked the most consistent and coherent we have done since Maynard left, in my view. I feel like we've got a proper game plan, which was kind of lacking a bit under Taylor. And I think Gibson, it was just like, we had to do what we had to do to survive. But I feel like Cox is actually implementing something, which I'm quite happy about.
Right, I've written down reasonably confident. Is that a glowing review, Dave? What about you, Jez? Are you reasonably confident?
No. I think one of the good things about the last couple of games is we've seen the core of the side that I think will start Saturday. Start the last couple of games. I think we've got a good indication what the starting 11 is going to be. If you remember this time last year, I think I was on the same cast 3 days before the season starts, and there was a squad of 26 we had, and we were playing Dagenham away, and around all of us that were on the cast that night, we had no idea what the starting 11 was going to be. It was a real. We had what we thought was a relatively decent set of signings, but this time round we're obviously short on numbers. I think our starting 11 looks okay, but I think we're heavily reliant on Shauna Darkwa at the moment for goals. I can't see any other, as it stands at the moment, striker around that's going to help. We're not sure what's happening with Olamola. So as I sit here now, the first 11 I think will be okay, but our squad depth needs strengthening big time.
Yeah, anything to add to that, Alex? I think you're dead on, Jez. We pretty much know what our starting 11 is.
Yeah, I'm really with Jez here. I don't know, since Gibson's gone in, went in May, June time, I think my optimism for next season it's never really been there. I'm quite nervous, to be honest with you. I agree with what Jez is saying. I think we might start okay because our first 11 is not terrible. But as soon as it comes October time, when we're playing Tuesdays to Saturdays, week in, week out, and we start picking up injuries, and we already have done, I start to worry. I really do. I think it's imperative, if we have any chance of staying up, that we pick up the points early rather than playing catch up like we've done in the last season. I do feel like if we are in and around the relegation zone by late September, it's going to be a long, long and tough season. So, I'm trying to find ways to be positive, but if anyone could enlighten me, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I think I don't know how many we've got signed on. Actually, I should have looked. I have got the squad numbers for producing the program, but
is young Coombs in there? Have we saw? I was quite impressed with him when we talked.
Yeah, he hasn't signed yet.
Support for our dark. I was quite impressed. I think he looks quite lively.
Dave, was he the blonde-haired lad?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hasn't signed yet. I know they're looking at him at the moment. There's a chance that may happen.
He actually scored, didn't he? He scored again. Was it QPR, the one where it bounced off the keeper and he scored from a couple of yards out?
Yeah, but he troubles defenders, doesn't he? He plays right off the shoulder of the centre half, and he's got a bit about him, I think. Whether he can do it at National League remains to be seen. But from what I've seen,
he scored a couple of
pre-season goes, he's been quite impressive. I mean, I've not seen a player yet in pre-season that I thought, no, he's not really good enough. Not got some. Everyone who's been out there has been reasonably impressive for a pre-season.
The only person I haven't seen yet, so it'll be interesting what you guys think, is the lad from #United. I don't know what, I haven't seen him, so I don't know what you guys think.
I've seen him a few times, but
nothing that would get you jumping out your seat. But
okay, because it's a big step up, isn't it, from what he was playing?
It is, but he'll settle in, and being in and around the squad, you soon come up to that level. I think if you've got something about you.
If you think about the very last game of last season, I can't remember what game that was. It was
Holden away.
It was quite an uneventful game, I think.
Nothing happened, right?
So if you think about the 11 that we had out that day, the amount of experience that was in that 11. There was probably about 7-8 players, all aged 30 and above.
Yeah,
that's been completely wiped out now. We've gone for a much more of a younger team. That's the way the budget's gone over the summer. We all understand where we are budget-wise.
You say we all understand, Jez. Not everyone will understand that. The fact that there are severe limitations on the budget this season. We can't.
It's been pretty well documented, mate. To be fair.
Yeah, but not everyone reads everything.
I understand.
So I guess the budget is a talking point, and you've probably got some filler around that, haven't you, Jez? You can share with us.
Yeah, one of the things that I've done over previous summers is doing some fans fundraising, where the club are trying to sign a really. Probably, a good player, but just need a little bit of help from the fans. Things like Alex Reed was one we helped out last year. In bygone days, we've had Richard Jolly, Glenn Little, that type of thing. But obviously, with the way that things are going, that type of signing is not going to happen this season. So we're going to move on to Plan B. There's going to be a generic fans fundraising scheme, which is going to launch middle of next week. Myself and Roger, that did Roger Slater, that did StoneShare, are going to be joined by Peter Warby and John Young from the Supporters Club, and we're going to put together on behalf of the club a scheme similar to StoneShare, where people can donate money, £5 a month or £5 a week, whatever it is, and we're going to talk it through on Saturday, and it will be launched sometime next week. And I can only ask for people to dig as deep as possible, because the club desperately we need to somehow get some more money in for the playing budget. Yes, we're going to go round to the fans again, but this time we're not going to go round to the 100 odd. This is going to go out to everybody. I know Roger's got access to about 900 email addresses, so it's going to be done by email, leaflets, Instagram, Twitter, the Full Monty, the forum. So watch out for next week. That's going to be launched, and we need everyone to try and get behind it. Whatever they can do. As I said, £5, £10, doesn't matter. If we can get 1,000 people donating £5 a month, you've only got to put the sums together. We've got a chance. So we'll see. That's I'm hoping that will go live probably next Wednesday of next week.
Brilliant. So there's a StonesCast scoop, and we've done that before. I remember that happening before, and I think it's a great.
Yeah.
You know, you talked about the 100 or so who you will normally, where your emails are infamous. You know, the chat groups will come alive as, oh, I've just had an email from Jez. But, you know, and it's not an elitist thing. It's through necessity. It's, you know, quite often these players, there's a lot of secrecy around it because it could fall through. But I think it's great that everyone can be involved this time, because a lot of people want to be. And you know, they get some shares back or whatever.
I think it's a great idea. I think it opens it up. Our fan base is probably round about 12 to 1,300 regular home fans.
Correct.
And there must be quite a few amongst that who would think the same way as the 100 on your mailing list, who wouldn't mind getting involved in something like that.
Yeah. Well, the 100 was our fan base at one point, Dave.
Yeah, there's not going to be, you know, when we were trying to sign Alex Reid, there was a lot of secrecy around it, which is why it's pretty you know, we go around to the same 120 odd people. We do ask, you know, I do put stuff out on the forum and Twitter. If people want to get involved in it, please give me their email address and I'll get it out to them. But this is completely different. This is going off. It's going to be another Stone Share type. You know, I remember when me and Roger did Stone Share about 6, 7, 8 years back. You know, we raised £80,000 for the playing budget. And that's what we, you know, if we can get up there, it would certainly help Sam Cox, the rest of the new management team, the board. You know, the board need help. That's why we're doing all the donkey work, to try and take some of the work away from the board. We're going to do it. It's fans fundraising, so it's only right that fans organise it. So I'm really hoping that people can get behind it, and let's see if we can add a little, you know, £1,000 or a week extra onto the budget. It will just help. It's unlikely, you know. I never say never, but the site, you know, Alex Reid last year was such a coup for Wealdstone to get a player in his prime, that can score 20 goals a season. You know, we struck lucky. The fans dug deep because we knew what a superstar he was for us. As I said earlier, with the budget, we're moving away from big salary type players, so we know what our limitations are. So any extra money that we can help will boost the budget, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're going to go with.
Yeah. Name suggestions on a postcard, Jez, yeah?
It will probably end up being boring, and we'll go with Stone Share or Boost the Budget or whatever. And I don't know. I'll have more of an inkling after Saturday.
Fantastic. No, it's great. It's great. So, yeah, we went off on a slight tangent there, but an important one. So, you know, we don't need to analyse all of these. We mentioned MK Dons. We lost 3-0 to Charlton at home following that. Lost to St Albans 1-0 following that. Probably our weakest pre-season game, I thought. QPR we beat at home 6-2. Riv, you missed the Adarka 4 goals. In fact, I was stood next to Dave Reader and I was saying Adarka won't score in a million years. And as he scored his first one about 10 seconds later,
we're
continued to rattle them in.
We're a little bit worried he's used up his goals for the season already, but I'm sure that's not going to be the case.
He would have scored. He probably would have got 10 if he stayed on, because they took him off at 4.
Yeah, Yeah, to be fair to QPR, by the end of the game, there was actually boys out there, weren't there? They had some boys out there playing. When you looked at them, there were some young lads out there. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Slough, I was impressed with because I thought we'd lose the Slough game, and to win that 2-1, I thought was, and we actually saw, as you guys mentioned earlier, we saw the first 11, I think, for a patch of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we did because Max was missing, wasn't he?
Apart from Max,
Apart from Max, but I spoke to Max. He said slight ankle knock, and he reckons he'll be fit and raring to go for this Saturday.
And by the way, and I said this at Northwood for those who were there, how fit did he look?
Yeah,
he looked incredible.
Yeah,
Fittest over.
It was like a new Max, wasn't it? He was up and down the pitch as well. I mean, incredible.
Well, he's vice captain now. He's got to be a showing example.
Well, honestly, Jez, you set him up and we'll knock him out of the park, mate. That's another great segue into the captain stroke vice captain conversation we need to have. What do we reckon, Alex?
Well, it's a bit of a... I've always seen Cook as the captain anyways, even when it was Maps. To me, he is the captain, and he always will be the captain when he's in the Bullstone shirt. I mean, Jesus Christ, he probably play for our squad, and I would still want Cookie as a captain. So that's not really a shock. I think it's quite good that Enzio is stepping up. I didn't really see him in that role. I've always felt I didn't really expect him to be a vice captain per se. So it's good for him to give him a bit of responsibility. And I feel like towards the latter stages of last season, he was really coming into his own. I think he stepped up and became a real top quality player. And I've always seen Max as like a vice captain type anyways. I know when he joined, I was watching him in pre-season when he first joined, and you could tell the standards he has. He has such high standards for himself and for his teammates. So, I mean, it's a good little setup there. I always look at great teams we've had in the past, and I always go back to that Dean Brennan side, and he always spoke about having like 3 core experienced players within the squad to be that kind of channel between the management team and the playing squad as well. So when it was the title-winning season, it was Greeny, Akimo, and I think it was somebody else. I think it was Ross. But it's quite good how there's like a pack of them, of real experienced heads, and I think that'd be really good for the young players coming in. Like Jez says, like we're going to get quite a lot of young players, and they're going to really need those 3 to step up and be leaders on the pitch, also off it as well.
Yeah. If anyone's not seen the video that the club has put out of Sam explaining his choices, I think we see he explained a side of Enzio that we probably don't see on the pitch. I think he alluded to how important he is at training and in the dressing room for the younger kids, which is exactly what you just said is brilliant.
I think it sort of highlights that as well, Mark. That it's an example of us as football fans. It's an example to us that we don't see what goes on behind the scenes on the training pitch. I would never have thought that of Enzio. Yeah. Obviously, he brings a lot more to it than us as football fans realise, and us as football fans see. Cookie and Max were obvious choices to me, but Enzio, it's a refreshing choice. Like I said, he obviously brings something more to it than we always see. So fair play to him.
Should we do a StonesCast video like that? Because for the younger boys on here, and probably Jez, because he's a bit like that, hang around in the Buller stand with all the oiks. I mean, do we need to name a captain of the Buller? I mean,
Luca.
Is Riv up for it, or is it Luca, or what?
Oh, it's Luca. It's always been Luca. And it always will be Luca.
He's like the Pied Piper, isn't he?
According to Luca chanted more than
He can't sing in tune. What's his name? He can't sing.
Yeah. I know, but ever since he started coming, the kids gravitate towards him. I'm not talking you guys because you're not kids, but they just follow him around. All right, we'll have to put that to the vote anyway. We're not sure if he turns up on the grounds.
Who would be the captain in the Brian Collins then?
Ginge.
It's probably Stumpy, isn't it?
It's
God,
Ginge.
he tries to lead the
Please
scene.
don't go into Brian Collins, mate. He's down the front on the rails.
Yeah.
He's one of the old boys who needs to prop himself up.
He's a
now.
fence hugger. He's a fence hugger. Ginge.
Does this mean we've got to get? Does this mean we've got to get a load of fans into an Italian restaurant and announce who the captain is? Is that how it works?
Exactly that, but it might
Probably-
be an Indian restaurant, I reckon.
I'm going to
Victoria
steer. I'm going to steer clear of the lasagna if it is.
Brilliant.
Although lasagna with lentils, that's not too bad. That's quite healthy.
Okay.
Have you ever tried that? Yeah.
Put you down. Put you down for that, mate. I guess before we go into the previews, then there's a few things. What I didn't mention earlier, actually, Dave, you reminded me when you were reasonably confident. We had a StonesCast poll to see what the people out in the real world thought of our chances this season, and 65% have got us down for in a dogfight, but safe.
Yeah, that'll do me.
That's more than any outside pundits have got us, because I haven't seen anyone predicting the National League table outside of Wildstone fans yet who's had anything other than us bottom.
Yeah,
Well,
but
in that poll, Mark, did anybody have us like challenging to win the league?
Yes, they did actually.
So we're not the
Only if you turn it upside down.
Yeah, we've got some deluded people or people who just hit the wrong button. Or you never know.
The only ones I've seen where we finished 23rd are only because Morecambe aren't in it.
We shouldn't laugh about Morecambe, by the way.
No, I'm not laughing.
They're our chance.
Well, every time I look at this, we're always 24th. It's like, then I saw one where we were 23rd. And
if nobody's expecting anything of us, there's no pressure, is there?
Listen, it's like every football fan. We're a few days away from the start of the season, and deep down, everyone on this cast is thinking, "Oh, maybe we could sneak into the playoffs."
I can't wait.
It's not reality, but you always got that little hope, haven't you?
We've just got to finish fifth from bottom. It'll be the ultimate miracle of miracles this year.
Yeah, well, there you go. You never know.
Never know.
So what else do I have? Yeah, there was something else you reminded me of as well, Jez. You were talking about the squad and the need for numbers. Well, obviously, we're in the National League Cup again this season, and squad is important in that. I know the rules dictate that you have to play so many first-team players, and a couple of clubs got some huge fines last season for not playing a full squad, evidently. But for people who think it's a mad idea, the National League Cup, the finances are huge to a club like Wildstone. It's about £6,000 a win, I believe. And
it's a no-brainer, Mark. It's
of course
whatever we think of the competition, especially this season, we need the finances. Yeah. And the only thing is we've been put in this Midland group, and it's not Wildstone v Wolves or Wildstone v Nottingham Forest. It's just not going to get anybody through the gate. Whereas if we'd have been in the London one, there's some decent crowds. When Altrincham played Man United, we're talking about 2,000-3,000 going.
Yeah, and Gateshead, same as last season, they've got Newcastle, Sunderland, and Leeds United. That's just perfect, isn't it, for getting crowds into games?
So it's a shame, and but obviously it's going to test our squad even more. And my understanding is there's going to be a couple of new signings tomorrow, which will bolster the squad a bit. Because that's what we need. The other huge thing, Mark, is the loan market. That's where we really, really need help. But it's unlikely that we're going to see any proper loan signings until the window closes, which will be the end of August. So we're probably not
same as ever, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not going to see the loans really probably until that sort of time. It again is my understanding of that situation. Yeah,
I think that's a given. So for anyone, and whatever you think of the National League Cup, £6,000 takes an awful lot of fundraising, Jez. Yeah, so better off. Yeah. In fact, the closest that was, if you progress in that competition, the prize money, you'd have to get to the FA Trophy final to get anywhere near that sort of prize money.
Yeah, I can't remember how much we earned last year. Was it was it about 50, 60 grand or something?
Yeah, because I think the pro clubs also if they win, I think they put their prize money into a bucket and it gets divvied out to the non-league teams as well. So it's hugely important.
Yeah,
don't
it's a shame.
you also get a fee for taking part? Isn't there something like a £10,000 fee for taking part? Something like that as well.
I think you're right. So it's important for us. We're in it, and I think in the first week of the season there's a game coming up, isn't it? Wolves.
We've got Wolves probably the first week. So for those who don't know, we've got Wolverhampton Wanderers, Leicester City,
Nottingham
Forest, and West Bromwich Albion. All good Southern teams. In fact, it caused more interest in my office in Wolverhampton when I was in there the other day than it did at Wealdstone.
Can't we play these teams away?
It'd be much better. I work about 3 miles from Molyneux, so it'd be quite easy.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to get in before we move on to the season that is? Okay. So our first 3 games we're going to preview, guys, and we've got a mixed bag here because we've got one promoted team, one National League team of last year, and one relegated team from the Football League. So we'll get a bit of everything. Starting with Truro this Saturday, who, unless anyone wants to tell me different, we would class as our mini league.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's probably not the best time to play a promoted club, is it? They're going to be really up for it. Their first game, it's in London for them. So I've got no idea what's going to come there. But we desperately, obviously, with the Halifax shit show about them changing that game, we've ended up with 3 home games to start with. So and on paper, they're potentially what we'd consider winnable. We've got no idea about Carlisle or Truro. It's only Halifax that we played, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'd agree. So I guess we don't know a lot about them. We know they've come up. Teams coming up normally takes a bit of adaptation, doesn't it?
That's a tough league to win, what they've come out of. So they're going to be no mugs. That's an extremely tough division to get out of.
Yeah. Their difficulty will be about January, February time when the travelling starts to get draining on their resources.
But they're actually travelling overnight, don't they? They do overnight. They did it last season.
They do, Mark, but it's a hell of a think about some of their journeys. Gateshead, Carlisle, Hartlepool. It's going to be draining. I don't know what their squad strength is going to be like, but it will be tested heavily. The teams coming up from the National League South, we've all been through it. It does take a bit of time to adjust because this league is just it's so tough.
It's going to be. I mean, we've all been to Truro away. We know what a journey that is. Imagine those guys have got to go to Carlisle at some point. It's just ludicrous.
I don't know what their midweek away. I haven't looked at their fixture list. See what teams they're playing away from home midweek, because there will be some, and there will be some horrors.
Yeah.
The peculiar thing is, I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but the return game against Truro is beginning of December, and it's the same day as the FA Cup second round. So potentially, if we have some sort of a miracle again, we could be having to go there midweek.
Yeah. They have also entered the Thingy Bob Cup as well, the National League Cup, Truro.
Are they in the Northern?
No, they're in Group C. They're in Group C with Brighton, Fulham, Southampton, West Ham. All the shots.
Remember, you only play at Dave.
Yeah,
there's no travelling involved there, is there?
No, that's it. The other clubs might not want to travel down there. No?
The group of death. Yeah. What do you reckon, Riv? Truro, what are you seeing?
Well, I've had a little look at their squad, and they've kept a lot of the core of their team together from last season. They've brought back Luke Jeffcott, who was scoring goals for them from Newport County. He was on loan there last season. But they've lost Jesse Cabia to Grimsby, who was basically their talisman last season. I'm not sure how they're going to replace him. But I think we all know what John Askey's side is going to do. They're just going to throw the kitchen sink at it. They're not going to lie down for us, and we're going to have to prepare accordingly for them.
Yeah, you mentioned John Askey there. I mean, he's got a good pedigree as a manager, but you're right. He has got a certain reputation for the way they play football, and I can't see that changing in any way.
As long as Jack Cook wins the toss and we kick uphill first half, that's the key thing.
Jesus, we're getting too into the cricket vibes here with winning tosses now.
I think what's really important as well, because we're playing a newly promoted side, there's not much that even Sam Cox could really, delve into, because he could watch last season's performances, but there will be different personnel on the day. It will be interesting to see how the players react to Truro in the first 10 to 15 minutes. What's really important is that the players how they feel for the game, and it's really up to the players to see how Truro are playing and mitigate their strengths. Yes, a lot of it will be on Sam and his team to also see it as well. But I also am a massive believer in the players taking ownership and actually kind of amongst themselves sorting it out as well, because if we're playing Truro in January, we would know exactly how they're going to play, who's going to play, and what their strengths are. We are clueless as to how that they're going to play. I mean, we have
that pretty much goes for all teams early doors, doesn't it? But yes,
it does. But it's different though, because we know if we were playing, I know Halifax have just lost their coach, but if we were playing Halifax with their same coach, we know how they're going to play, how they're going to set up, what their systems are. But with Truro, I really feel we might be cagey for the first half hour or so. But I do think that we've been in this league. What is our sixth season now?
Yeah,
we should have enough. If we are serious, and I bloody hope we are, we should have enough at our disposal to mitigate their strengths and really maybe win the game 1 or 2-0.
I've got you. So, what's your mindset, Dave, going into this as a fan, and also what do you think the players' mindset will be? Will it be they're a newly promoted team, first game of the season? You've got to take the opportunity to grab 3 points here, yeah.
We haven't, and we're a relatively we're sort of a half a new team as well with a new manager. So you've got players out there who want to impress. So, and like you said, we really know nothing about Truro, do we? So it's
we know the pubs. We know all about the pubs.
Yeah,
and hotels,
yes. And airports,
and the airports.
I know the train stations. But we're at home. We're at home first game of the season. You always want if you're at home, there is that extra pressure on you to win that first game of the season, being at home, isn't there? So I think there's a little bit more pressure on us than there is there. But I'm like I said, it could all come falling down around my ears by 5 o'clock on Saturday. But I'm reasonably upbeat about it for the moment, and I think we'll be all right.
Fair play. Okay, so we'll move on to our second home game, which should have been an away game, which we won't mention my train ticket, but Halifax.
Can I actually mention that just before I booked my train ticket, I found out, so I didn't book it. So it didn't cost me a penny.
I've got one for sale if you want one.
I'll put that in the new share scheme, Jez. Don't worry.
Do you a great deal. In fact, I did Halifax away the other year when it snowed and the game was off as well.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for the National League to refund my £30 train ticket.
Yes.
Or at least give us a bloody apology. Absolutely.
Hang on, £30. You owe those pensioners.
Where are you getting them from?
It's a 2-for-1 buddy scheme, and we literally
buddies.
Yeah, we booked it about 30 minutes after the fixtures come out, because we were going for the weekend. We were going out Friday, back Sunday.
All I can say, Jez, is that we did the same, but obviously Clive Leaper's skimming 15 quid on top of the ticket for me. That's why he's so rich and retired, I reckon.
Luckily, we've got a refundable hotel, but it's we've all lost our train tickets. So
actually, there's a prize available for any StoneCast fan who wants to put their name forward. We'll do a draw because my ticket is available for anyone who wants to go to Halifax that day if they want to go to the pubs. If you've never been to Halifax, it's a great town, and we've done it when the games have been off before. So if anyone wants a ticket,
I'm going to see what happens at home to Truro first before. If we get snapped, I might go to Halifax the following week anyway.
I'm thinking of travelling up to Halifax on the Friday and coming down on their supporters coach on the Saturday. That may be
a great idea.
Maybe an option.
Fans are great.
In all seriousness, it's a bit of a shambles from the league here. The league are blaming Halifax. Halifax are blaming the league. And we've got caught up in the middle of it. It's such a nonsense, really. They should have played that game at a neutral ground somewhere up north. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they've played at Atkinson before when their pitches hadn't been available. Halifax. I wouldn't have minded the trip to Atkinson at all.
No,
well, Huddersfield was available. We always seem to get the short straw here. The league never helped us when we had the problems at York with the illness.
Yeah, we turned up with 8 fit players or less at York.
Yeah, and they made us play the game up there. Who knows what this bloody National League is? I think Halifax are telling us the truth, and I think it's the National League that are being caught short here.
What I would say, Halifax, if you're listening, is we always come to your ground. We love your town. We love your pubs. We boost your economy. We meet up with your fans in the pubs. They're great people. Do us a cheap ticket deal for the reverse fixture, guys. Look after us.
I suppose the return fixture 4 or 5 days before Christmas isn't actually not too bad. It softens the blow a little bit.
No, Jez, do you not remember the other year when we went up there and it was snowing and we went?
Well, that's what I mean. We're all secretly hoping it gets called off again. So we don't lose that 2 hours drinking between 3 and 5. We just carry on. And
that was a great day. The non-game game.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. The best away I've done.
I was meant to get back to London and I missed the last train. I had to stay at Cam's house in Sheffield.
There wasn't even a game and he missed the train home. Fair play.
Quality.
Okay.
I'm sort of hoping that the Halifax team that arrived back at the Vale in May is the same sort of team that will play us in a couple of weeks, because we sort of demolished them in the first half. So again, it's another what we would perceive to be in a very difficult league, a winnable match for us.
Well, I've got them down as top half. Anyone want to argue with that?
I don't think they lost their coach. They've lost their 2 best players. So I think I see them finishing maybe lower than 10th, in between 10th and 15th. That's what I put them. I'm
going 10th, but you mentioned their manager. So
he is gone.
Obviously, Cliff Millington left after the semi-final of the playoffs when they lost to Oldham. They've got Adam Lakeland in, who was the ex-Kings Lynn manager, I believe. Yeah. And got them into the playoffs as well, I think.
I don't see them challenging. I don't think.
No, I think they overachieved last year.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And they've signed 3 ex-Kings Lynn players as well who've travelled with the manager. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe my expectations are too high for them.
I think maybe lowish mid-table, but I don't think they'll struggle. But I can't see them being in the playoffs again.
No.
Going back to that last game of the season, and you'll have to remind me because I'm all a little bit fuzzy about that day because it was absolutely insane. But were they cemented in the playoffs? Were they like going through the motions, or did
they were a little bit going through the motions because
they were,
yeah, they couldn't. I think they could have finished one place higher, but it meant that I think it was Oldham or whatever had to lose to Ebbsfleet or something. I can't remember. So it was never going to happen.
that weren't going to happen?
And as soon as Cookie scored the opening goal, we were just fantastic for 45 minutes. And we in the second half, everyone just turned their attentions to another game that was going on in the Midlands somewhere.
Bizarre, wasn't it? When we're beating Halifax, a playoff team, actually you were still worried about what was going on elsewhere, and that was the worst end to a game I've ever seen until the whistle went at Solihull.
As the fans poured onto the pitch while Solihull was still going on.
I think you'll find, Dave, no one went on the pitch officially. I don't think anyone went on the pitch. It was.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'd like to think I never want to go through anything like that ever again, but we've in the last 2 seasons it's gone down to the last game, so it's the chances are it could happen again.
Well, that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Anything else about Halifax, gents? Anyone done some research on them? Riv, you're the man.
I have done research on them. They were the third best away side last season, behind Barnet and York. You wouldn't have thought that last season.
No, that's true.
Yeah, they've never really impressed me as a side. When I've seen them, they haven't really looked quite brilliant. And when they have beaten us, it hasn't really been convincingly, apart from that 5-0 a couple of years back.
Yeah, but that was different. But you're right. I think you're right. They've got lucky a couple of times, and then you got Mariappa doing stupid things at their pace, and they got lucky against us, really.
Mm-hmm. I don't see where their goals are going to come from. They've brought in a striker from Ebbsfleet. Exactly. That's the kind of business they're doing. I think it's winnable. I agree with Jez and everyone here. It's a winnable game, without a shadow of a doubt.
Awesome. We've got 6 points after 2 games so far. We're going up. Stones are going up.
Do we know when the playoff dates are?
No, I'm penciling them in now, mate. I'm Googling it as we speak. All right. So that is, and the triple header is ended by ex-Football League Carlisle United. Who
haven't we got Woking?
In between that,
we got Woking.
Have we?
Yeah. Brilliant.
I've been sold a dummy by Stoodden when he told me what games we're previewing.
We've got them on the 19th. We've got Woking on the 19th away from home.
Right. The admin of this StonesCast thing is just a shambles. We're going to have a word with it. It's a falling on your sword job, isn't it, Jez?
Yeah.
It's definitely after tonight, after what occurred pre this recording, it's a resigning issue.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys don't want to know and don't need to know, but technology, utter. His name is on the list, Jez.
Your name will also go on the list.
He's actually just put on the text that I shouldn't be on this one. He's just put on the main group. What's Dave doing on there?
Dave, reply to him. Woking should be.
Yeah, I shouldn't be, but Woking should.
Right, because now I know that you guys are more prepared than me. Someone talk to me about Woking.
I'm just looking at the fixture list.
They've got a nice Pizza Hut there.
Pizza Express, you mean? Get it right.
Sorry, Pizza Express.
Oh, boom.
Ooh.
Come on, then,
right.
you've done the
Woking stats. Well, last season, Neil Lardley got the best out of a side, which was kind of mixed match. Really, I rate him as a gaffer. I think he's really strong. And he's building a stronger side this year round. And I think they've got an outside chance of reaching the playoffs, considering how open the league is below like the top 5 your Rochdales, your Forest Greens, your Southends, and your Carlisle and York. I think the league's so open for a side like Woking or Eastleigh to get in to the playoffs. And yeah,
Has Todd taken his money in there?
Yeah, we withdraw.
Has Todd taken his money over there? He has, hasn't he?
I think he's owner there. He's the outright owner.
Yeah, I think he owns them.
It's ridiculous.
So are their money problems over with? So if that's the case, Riv could be right. They could be a real outside bet to do something.
I know for a fact they got rid of quite a lot of their like Deadwood players because they went through they went through a phase a few years ago of signing players like Wakefield, like Devon, Lewis, talking. So they've definitely got rid of a lot of their Deadwood. So yeah, I definitely feel this Woking team has an outside chance of the playoffs, and I agree with Riv. Neil Ardley is a top coach, probably one of the best coaches in this league. I feel like we need to go there and really like stink out a good draw, maybe nick a win, because I think this Woking side might be the surprise package of the league this year.
Can't argue with the Ardley argument, as it were. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So could be a tough one.
Take a point.
Yeah, take a point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 7 points in from the
So
first.
7 points from 9. We'll take that.
That's playoff
5.
form, isn't it?
5.
Absolutely.
And then who's next?
You've got 5. Okay. Who were we drawing with? Were we drawing with Halifax? Were we, Jez? In your?
Yeah, probably or Truro. I don't know. I think we'll probably end up with, hopefully. I'll take 5 out of 7.
Yeah,
I would too.
5 out of 9. Sorry.
Woking don't need any help to be annoying either, do they? They're one of them pain in the arse teams that we always have a trouble with.
That's why the last minute goal from Cisse at home against them was so sweet last year.
Yes. I mean, they're one of them teams you just know you're going to be in a game, whatever.
They're not as much fun now. Josh Casey's left. There used to be a lot more fun when he was
now.
I do like going there, though. I like their ground. I do like going there.
See,
I do and I don't. I do and I don't.
I mean, when the fixtures get released, I look at them. I plan my holidays around the fixtures, and let's just say I'm not going to Woking this year.
Oh.
I've been 9. I think I've been 9 times. I think it's my most visited ground after Bombay. So I'm so glad I'm not going there. I'm so glad.
Oh, Alex, do you know they've got Jake Hyde back?
Oh no, really?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
he scored that amazing deflected goal in the playoffs against us.
Oh, stop it!
Or offside, wasn't it? It was offside, I think.
I think
from a Kretschmar Frugal.
Yeah, it was.
One player who I used to hate was that fullback. Who was that?
Yeah, Josh Casey.
Casey, mate.
Josh Casey.
God.
We all hated him, but we'd have had him in our team.
Yeah.
Right. Shut up for that.
Where is he now?
Farnborough.
He was at Farnborough.
Oh, for
Farnborough,
Christ's sake.
Oh, Jesus.
Boom and I'll never want to go to again.
No. Another club. Another boom.
90 minutes,
Another boom and bust club. Jesus.
But no, it's boom and bust and boom and bust and boom and bust. And I think it's about 3 times now.
Yeah.
Remember that FA Trophy game in the rain? However many years ago that was.
It wasn't pleasant.
No, it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't pleasant at all.
Who's next? Is it Carlisle after that?
I think so. I had that down as the last one. Come on then. I was obviously on holiday with Alex for Woking.
Well, it's our first celebrity. It's our first celebrity manager coming to the Vale.
Wow. I mean, talk about their manager. Come on.
Southend.
Yes, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's about Mark Hughes, not from a Tottenham perspective, obviously.
No, it's well, you know, what a fantastic player he was. It's my type of centre forward, and
He was a good player.
he was brilliant. He's probably he had his run as a manager. He's been, at places like Stoke and QPR, Man City before they had the money. He's done the merry-go-round, and
mate, he's done plenty. He's done Blackburn, Man. In fact, he was unlucky at Man City. He was the manager when the money came in.
Yeah,
and he had to make way for the high-profile manager, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fulham, QPR, Stoke, Southampton, Bradford.
Yeah, he's done them all. So he's obviously. I was surprised when Carlisle got relegated that he stayed on there. So. They're probably going to have a decent budget. They took one of our players, and it's Josh Grant. Yeah, Josh Grant. I was a little bit. I wanted to keep hold of him. I really liked him. It's a shame we couldn't keep hold of him.
I liked Grant as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he was deceptively good.
Yeah. For those who are too young, we should mention that Mark Hughes was also manager of Wales international side. He's won numerous Premier Leagues, but Manchester United. He's won God knows how many FA Cups at Man United and Chelsea.
Yeah.
And the Chelsea, I didn't realise, the Chelsea boys were talking about him in glowing,
As Jez said, he was a tough, no-nonsense centre forward. You didn't mess around with him, did you?
But his playing career was Man United twice, wasn't it? And in between, he was at Barcelona, Bayern Munich. He's been at Chelsea, Everton, Blackburn, Southampton. I mean, he was a top player.
Yeah. So he must have got for him to stay on as manager. There must be a relatively reasonably good budget that he's playing with there.
Well, there is, Jez, because they signed Regan Linley, didn't they?
That's it. The
league's top scorer. You don't just bowl in and buy the league's top scorer without a decent budget.
So as long as there's no fallout from their relegation, obviously they had a really crap season last year. We don't know how they're going to react to this division, but I would say they would. I've got them in my top three, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. So I have a feeling if with the team, that's probably I've got that down as a loss. So I've got for the first 4 games, I've got us to have 5 points.
I'll take that. Probably not a bad shout, and I'll take that. If we get 4 or 5 points every 4 games, would that be enough to keep us up?
Yeah. We should mention Kitman Tony, ex-Kitman Tony. He's a Carlisle fan.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be there.
I'm not sure he ever imagined they'd be playing both of his clubs would be playing each other, but
Right.
And
it'll be good to catch up with him again. He's a top man.
Oh yeah, and I think Rands and a few of the boys, Tony M and people like that, have done a few Carlisle games away with him over the years.
Yeah.
So and I think they've made a few friends there. The downside of that game is it's a TV game. It's a 5:30 kickoff.
5:30.
So are they going to travel? Because they've already sold out their first game away.
They've sold about 250 tickets for our game so far.
Okay.
Yeah, it's obviously it's a bit of a. I don't know how they're going to get home because the game won't finish till 7:30. I don't know what time the last train to Carlisle is.
Just after 6.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Just after 6.
So they're probably going to
be his prep.
I know. They're all going to have to go to Luther Van Dross afterwards.
I think it's that animal that's behind him. I'm a bit scared of it at the moment. I think it's going to get eaten by it or something.
Is that a wildebeest?
It's a moose.
Don't mention wildebeest.
I was going to say we're not playing Torquay, mate. We're not playing Torquay.
It wasn't Justin Fashanu behind me earlier. It was Musa Diarra.
Oh, I think I was close.
Now you've got a moose. I'm with you now.
Yes.
Do you like him then, Rick?
For this game.
Oh, mate, he's huge. I love him already. He's not even signed.
He's all right, this River bloke, when he actually hangs about.
Yeah, not like about the gaff.
When you can hear him,
I think.
I blamed his man's internet or something last time.
Let's not talk about it. It's been and gone.
We've got to talk about it, mate. It's the moose in the room. Right. Okay,
so that's enough previews now.
Yeah, I think so. So Carlisle, I mean, it's a shame that time actually, because they would have brought tons. I'm sure of it.
I don't
And
know.
that's-
I've got no idea about their away sport or
No,
what.
well, they've sold out their first away allocation. They're taking loads everywhere.
I'm thinking more about our away game there on the 3rd of January. It's a great way to start the new year.
Absolutely. We could all go to Sunderland first and get the train across the
Could you just go to Halifax, Jez, and then stay like in Halifax and just move on up to Carlisle?
Are you trying to get rid of me for 3 months? Is that?
It was just before Christmas.
Just stay in Halifax.
Yeah.
If we've got no points after the first 4 games, then I will go up to Halifax, I think.
So I think that's it with our previews.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, we've actually rattled through tonight, right? We're about an hour, which for me is about
Record.
right, lengthwise. I don't know if anyone else has got anything they wanted to talk about.
I've got a coach.
Oh yes, I wanted to say I've got that written down. Your coach, Dave. Tell us about it.
Monday, bank holiday, 25th of August, away to Boston. We have a sports bar that we went to. Those who went on last year, it was a great day out. The sports bar were very accommodating. We're going to the same place again this year. I've made contact with Chloe there. So we're leaving at 9:15. So plenty of drinking time. We've got 31 booked on it so far. So it's definitely running. £35. Get on it, basically. It's our first proper away game, if you like. It's our first Saturday or what? It's not even on a Saturday, is it? It's our first daytime away game.
I wonder if we'll have a shot on target like we didn't have at the game at the end of last season.
Oh, mate, what a game.
That's the idea of going early, Jez. If we have enough to drink, no one will notice.
Yeah. Talking of that game, actually, the section we were in, was that because of something happening that day, or is that where we're going to be this time?
That's where the away fans normally go.
They haven't got an end, have they?
No, it's a 3-sided ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just thought they had a load of kids there that day, so they didn't give us a section that we would normally be in or something.
No.
Well, I don't know.
Okay. It is what it is, I guess, isn't it?
Mark, maybe do our pre-season predictions. Who's going to win the league? Where do we think Wealdstone are going to finish?
Okay. You could start then, Jez.
Okie dokie. I reckon champions will be York City.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I've got a feeling Southend will be a very close second. And I think Wealdstone are going to finish 5th from bottom.
Alex?
Win the league, or I'm torn between. I don't want to put York because I like them so much being down there because I love going up there. So they're not going up. But going up, I want to say win the league will be Southend. Probably a bit of a road. What's that about?
Me. It's gonna be York, is it not?
Oh, I don't want to put York.
Last year.
All right. York.
It's gotta be York, isn't it?
Okay, all right. Before you start crying, York to win the league, and Southend to win playoffs.
Yeah,
and I think Wealdstone will finish 20th.
He's just copying me. What are you doing?
No, I didn't.
Come on, Riv. You were laughing.
Okay, well, I've gone boring. I've gone York and Carlisle going up. Going down, I've got Morecambe, obviously, if they even get to play a game. I've got Braintree going down, as well as Scunthorpe and Tamworth.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got us finishing 18th.
So you're 2 going up. Which one's winning the league and which one's playoffs?
Oh, I've got York champions and Carlisle through the playoffs.
Okay. Mr. Reader?
I want to say Carlisle to win it, but I sort of think with the belt clubs, they take it in turns, and I think it's Southend's turn. So I'm going Southend to win it, Carlisle to go up, and Wealdstone to finish, I don't know what position, 8th from bottom, whatever position that is. What's that, 17th, 18th? I think we're going to do a little bit better than we think we will. So
Dave, will it go down to the last day of the season?
I'd be good if it did, and we still finished 8th from bottom, wouldn't it?
That would be
even more
mental.
exciting.
I'm not going for it third time. I'm just not.
8th from bottom is mid-table, mate. I'm going to go. Yes, we won't. It won't go to the last day of the season, and we will be safe. I'm kind of think Carlisle's a tough one. They're either going to go up, or it's going to be a massive slap round the face for them, and they're going to end up lower mid-table. It's a tough one, that. But I could see York winning it. I can see York winning it. But is what it is, isn't it? We're all guessing at this point of the season, aren't we?
And what position, Wildstone?
Yeah, no, I think we'll be safe, but I don't think it will go to the last day of the season. So even if we finish 4th bottom, but if we're comfortable, I'm with that. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get some tech to work here.
Oh, that's not gone well in the past.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh man, does that come up? No, that's tiny, isn't it? I mean,
I might need to get my magnifying glass out, I think.
Up in the top corner there, boys. Don't forget our program on Saturday. It's our first home program of the season. That's tiny, isn't it? What's going on?
Is that McAvoy?
Yeah.
Is that just before he pulled his hamstring? Or
no, that was all a ruse, mate. That was all a ruse, so that the opposition don't know he's starting Saturday.
Is it still £3?
It is still £3. You'd be able to read that if it was bigger, wouldn't you?
Yes.
I don't know what I've done there. Sorry.
Well, we've got an idea. There's a program.
Mate, I went to do. I just cut Jez out of the cast when I was trying to get rid of the little.
Your name will go on the list again.
Your name is also on the list. I can't get rid of it now. Hang on. It's going to have to stay there, isn't it?
Yeah.
The good thing about doing the StonesCast before the season starts, everyone's in a jolly mood, isn't it? In about 6 weeks' time, we're going to have the Doom merchants on or in this cast, and it's going to go downhill. Hopefully not.
Kilroy.
We know it's going to be a tough.
I've seen Alex in ages.
We're going to change his name to Killjoy. Alex Killjoy.
Killjoy.
Right.
I'll tell you, in a way, it's quite a good cast to do because, we're all just guessing and we have just talked shit for an hour, really, basically. Which is, there you go.
That's all right.
Gents, it's been awesome. Thank you. Thank you all for your time. Another big shout out to Rollface for their sponsoring of this because it makes it all possible. And thank you to everyone who is taking the time to listen or watch these casts, even when we're on it. And remember, if our Twitter handle is at StonesCast85, so you can have input there. We're looking for people to come on as guests, new guests. This is it's not a closed shop. We want people on, new people on. Doesn't matter how long you've been watching the club. It's all relevant. So let us know on Twitter if you want to be involved. And when Jez's email hits or the social media stuff hits,
get your money out.
It's your money.
It's your money.
Gents, thank you again. And I'll see you all Saturday up Stones.
Up the Stones.